is what we give when we receive, so keep it burning. Gift your soul and let it be. Soon you'll find your gift of legacy. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you.
Faith will keep you strong where you belong. Just believe it. Dreams to help you grow, to reap and sow. You receive it.
So gift your soul and let it be. Soon you'll find your gift of legacy. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday evening introduction to Gift of Legacy. Please invite your friends, family, and strangers to come and join us on the Zoom tonight. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And if you don't know how to introduce people to Gift of Legacy, this is where you want to introduce them. Bring them here. Let us do the talking for you. We've got a whole team presenting tonight. My name is Adele, and I'm here in Johannesburg South. It's a little bit chilly here. It's winter in South Africa, but it's warm in the Zoom room. And don't you like our beautifully decorated Zoom room? Thanks, Elizabeth, for decorating our Zoom. How are you tonight?
Good. I'm so happy to be here. I know I've been on and off, and so happy to be sharing tonight because this is really like always coming back home and feeling safe, feeling always home. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
We are so glad you are here. Bev, how are you in Panama? You're a lot warmer there than where we are.
It's very warm. It's very, very warm right over here. And I am so happy to be part of this presentation because my heart is filled with gratitude for what Gift of Legacy has done with me, for me, and forever. Thank you, Adele.
Oh, it's beautiful. And it's lovely to have you on the computer screen again. It's wonderful to know that you are learning new skills. Ike, how are you on the other side of Joburg?
Well, thanks, Adele. Excited to be here. Always looking forward to this time when we can actually touch the world and change people's lives. So it's actually exciting to actually be here. Thank you, Adele. Let's go.
Awesome. Thank you. Elizabeth, can we please close the chat so that we can focus on the Zoom and allow everybody to be able to see the slides? What we're going to do is Elizabeth in Madrid is going to start. She's going to introduce Gift of Legacy to you. She's going to let you know why you've been invited to join this Zoom call tonight. We'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Elizabeth, over to you.
Thank you. And before we start, I just want to ask, there's a person here. Thank you for being here, everybody. But there's someone here that has Galaxy A03 core as their name. we would really love for you to put your name and not just your, your equipment name, because we are people. We are people. There's somebody called Mr. TNT, which is kind of fun, but also that would be good if you could just let us know what your name is. That would be great. Okay, and with that, let's start our presentation. Yay. I just love doing this. Thank you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And here we go. Let's start. I hope that you and your guests and everybody is here to listen. And if not, they can listen later in the recording. And first of all, Gift of Legacy is a gifting economy, a gifting activity that creates abundance. This is circular economy. I just love it. And it's only by invitation. So if you are being invited today, if you are here, please thank that person who has invited you, because they really, really love you and want you to experience something completely different. And this is absolutely different. So let's do also the disclaimer. Let's read it out loud. So this presentation is for information sharing only and is not to be construed as financial advice. And neither the presenter, myself, nor Gift of Legacy, or any of us here are registered financial or tax advisors. The information given is only intended to give examples of what you may expect in Gift of Legacy. Okay. So what is this? What is it all about? No, it's like this story people tell you, like, what is this Gift of Legacy? So it's based in sacred economics. And although it's we have here that that it traces back to the 60s, it is my belief and my understanding that sacred economics and gifting communities have existed forever. Like we have always, always, always wanted to help our community. It's something that is natural, and we know this also scientifically. It's been more than proven that nature grows, that we develop, that we can enjoy life when we collaborate, not when we are one against the other. It's when I am with you. And that's what Ubuntu is. I am because you are, because we all are. So that's communities working together. And it's been off the mainstream, yes, for decades. It's 100% legal, because I always say, like, it makes no sense that a gift can be illegal, because I always think, like, I give a gift to my grandson. Is somebody going to come knocking on the door and say, hey, come, let me know, what is this gift you're giving to your grandson? It's really none of your business. Whoever I give a gift, and whatever the amount of that gift is what I want to do. And this is Gift of Legacy. Gift of Legacy is the possibility of giving gifts to people all over the world. Isn't that like amazing? And yeah, we're in over 180 countries, I think. And the world, the UN says we are 195. So I think we are in everywhere. We're everywhere. I think more and more countries are coming to our community, and that is so beautiful. Every time I hear, people say, oh, I gifted somebody in Japan, or I gifted somebody in Thailand, or I gifted somebody in Argentina, or it's so amazing. I just think it's like really, really, really creating this network of people who believe in community and in creating a different type of economy. So what do? We uplift communities, creating abundance, yes, but also self-development, because we're always, always trying to help people develop. So what does the GL website look like? If you go into right now and you're not registered in giftoflegacyglobal.com, you won't see any of this. You have to register. So you'll receive a link from the person who invited you. You register, and after you've been confirmed, you will be you're able to see this on your phone or on your computer. And here you see all the boards that we can participate in. And of course, when you go to a place you love, when you go to a place you really enjoy, I always think of myself when I had to travel for work. And I went to these places. They were so beautiful. And I could only think, I wish my children were here with me, or I wish this friend were here with me, or I wish my husband were here with me, because it's so cool to share. And that's what happens in Gift of Legacy. You must invite at least 2 people to share the ride with you. And I always say 2 people at least. But the truth is that once you start feeling the energy and the love in Gift of Legacy, what will happen is that you'll want to invite more and more people. And it's good. And that's great. So I just want to show you the first. You remember I showed you like there are 6 boards, but there are 2 entry boards. And the first one is the coal board. It's a $25 board, which was created by the creators, custodians of Gift of Legacy, for those who cannot enter the rides of this park with $100. And it's a beautiful, I always called it like the savings board. This is like the board that helps you really get the money to go into the park. So here we are, and this is you. So we always enter as a gifter, yes? And Adele will explain the rest later, but this is what happens. You give the legend a $25 gift, and so will everybody else on this board, okay? And once you are the legend and you receive the $200 gift because you receive the 8 gifts of $25, then the logical thing for you to do is to use those 4 gifts to join the bronze board, where the fun starts, and enjoy. Of course, the next 3 gifts, you can enjoy the $75 that you'll receive, and also keep 25 to continue in your bold perpetual cycle. So, Adele, pass the microphone to you so you can continue explaining all of this. Here we go.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Oh, it's
Thank
beautiful. It's
you.
just your presentation, just as colorful as the Zoom room. And I think everybody clearly understands that. Absolutely beautiful. So after the coal board, or if you decide to start on the bronze board, there are 2 starter boards, bronze or coal. So you've either been through coal, as Elizabeth has explained, or you decide to join on bronze. You need to understand how you move from a gifter position into a legend. You need to understand how that whole circle of the circular economy works. And that's what we're going to explain now. But we're only going to explain the bronze board. Once you understand how you move through the bronze board, you will understand how you move on all the Gift of Legacy boards. They are exactly the same. And then we will go a little bit more into detail about how the gifts work and what's going to happen and how much you could possibly receive. So on a bronze board, you will enter a board unconditionally and send a gift to the legend on the board. That's the person in the middle. So if Elizabeth is a legend, I'm going to give her a call or message her and say, hi, Elizabeth, I'm Adele. I live in South Africa. We're in different countries. How can I send you a gift? And because she's in Madrid, in Spain, she'll say, Adele, please, will you send it with cryptocurrency wallet? We're not trading, but it's just easier to send money digitally because I can't exactly meet her at a coffee shop and send it to her. And to do a Forex transfer takes a long time. So I'm going to send her a gift. Once she's received all the gifts, she will have received $800 in total. Now, this is what a bronze board looks like. We are going to refer to you as the yellow circle. It's significant because all the usernames on a board are written in white, but you as the gifter, as the person who's logging in, will see your name written in yellow. You don't need to be worried. It just means you're the person logging in. So you're the gifter, and then other gifters are going to land on the board and gift the legend $100. When the legend has received 4 gifts, $400, they're going to manage their gifts like Elizabeth suggested, and they're going to go ahead fast track. Just means go forward and join the next board using those first 4 gifts, and will then receive the other 4 gifts. And then in total, the legend will have received $800. The board will close and the legend will move off and join their perpetual cycle. You have now moved from the gifter into the builder position. Now, in the builder position, that's when you build. That's when you invite people, your friends A and B, you're going to invite them to join the board. Then the other builder will do the same and invite their guests to join the board. And then other people will invite and the other hemisphere will fill up. The legend will close the board when they have received all 8 gifts. They will move on to their perpetual cycle and you move into the guide. Now, guide is a very important role because you are going to guide your builders to do what you do, to invite people 2 by 2 by 2 or more. And if everybody does that, the boards will move up. When one hemisphere has filled, so your side of the board has filled up, you can move off now and become legend on your own board. But this original board is only going to close when all 8 gifters have been received. So congratulations, you are now legend on your very first bronze board. It's very exciting. Your guides were your 2 invitees. Remember your friends A and B, and their invitees are their builders, C, D, E, and F. And then gifters are going to land on the board. You will receive $800 in total. You're going to close the board, move on to your perpetual cycle. You only keep $300, and I'm going to explain that now. But it's very important to understand that you are only going to receive, you're receiving $800, keeping $300. Now, remember that original board where you were the guide? It hasn't closed yet. So when you join your perpetual cycle, you are going to land on that very same board. You see, we don't have perpetual boards. We have perpetual cycles. So on a board, you could have somebody who's riding for the first time, but you can have people on their perpetual cycle. But this is a very special situation. It's called the Ohana principle. If your original board is not closed, when you join your perpetual cycle after finishing as a legend, you come back and help to close this board. It makes sure that the boards move, keeps us together, because Ohana means family, and it means nobody gets left behind. And Ohana has always been a principle in the Gift of Legacy community. Thanks, Elizabeth. So on your bronze board, you will have received $800. You're going to hold back $400 to join your silver board, $100 for your perpetual bronze. So $500 is the community's money. Those are gifts that are going to be used to go onto the next boards. You get to keep $300. So you need to understand that it's important to be a good steward, good manager of your gifts because they belong to the community. Now we get to the exciting part. This is where you can see how your legacy can grow and develop. So in Gift of Legacy, we refer to our system as a theme park. And in the theme park, we've got a train. It's called the coal board. You can start on the coal board or on the bronze, as I explained. Let's look at coal. You start for $25. You gift the legend $25. When you are a legend, you will receive $200 in total. But you only keep $75 on your first round because you've needed to go ahead with $100 and join bronze and $25 to rejoin coal on the perpetual cycle. Perpetual just means ongoing. So you're going to ride it again and you keep $75. But on your perpetual cycle, the second, third, fourth, fifth time that you ride coal, you get to keep $175 because you're only going to then keep $25 to ride it again. You're already on bronze. You don't need to go there. And this is what we talk about, the power of the perpetual cycle. When you are on the perpetual cycle, you receive more because you've already joined your next board. So bronze is our other starter board. You're going to start with $100, contact the legend and gift them. And when it is your turn to receive, because we all have a turn to give and we all have a turn to receive. When you receive $800, you keep $300 because you've needed to take $400 to join silver, $100 for the bronze perpetual cycle, and you keep $300. But on the perpetual cycle, you keep $700 because you're only holding back $100 to ride this board over and over. Now you're on coal and on bronze. They're moving at different speeds at different times, but you now are assured that at some point in time, you're going to get $175 of a coal board when you are legend, $700 from bronze, because you're on your perpetual cycle. So you've joined your silver, you've gifted someone $400 already. You receive $3,200 as a legend, but you only keep $1,200. You see, you have to go ahead and gift onto your gold board, which is $1,600. And you're going to need $400 to rejoin silver. So you're keeping $1,200 on your first round. But when it is your perpetual cycle, the second, third, and fourth time you ride it until infinity, you keep $2,800. There's a big difference between receiving $1,200 and receiving $2,800. That is the power of the perpetual cycle. Once you've been through the board once, the second time you keep more because you've already progressed onto the next board. So now you are on gold. You've gifted somebody $1,600, which is a healthy amount of money, and it's a wonderful gift to receive. You will receive $12,800 in total, and you keep $6,200 because you are going to join the $5,000 board, which is the next board, and rejoin the gold, which is $1,600. So you're only keeping only $6,200. I can quite happily receive gifts for $6,200 and gladly gift ahead. But on my perpetual cycle of gold, I keep $11,200. This is where it becomes life-changing. This is where you break the shackles of poverty, where you start creating a serious legacy. This is where you start being able to pay off debt, paying your child's school fees, planning for early retirement, or considering stopping working at a more mature age so that you can retire. $11,200. And now you're going to keep riding it over and over. Wow. You are now on platinum. You've gifted somebody, you've called someone and you've said, "Hi, Bev, I'm Adele in South Africa. I'd love to send you $5,000. Please send me your USDT details. I don't want to use PayPal. PayPal don't like big amounts of money like that being sent around. Forex takes too long, and it's a bit far to pedal my bicycle to a coffee shop. So I'm going to use USDT. I'm going to send Beverly $5,000. And when I'm legend, I'm going to receive $40,000. 8 gifts of $5,000. There's no higher board. So all I've got to hold back is $5,000 to ride it again, which means I keep $35,000 on my first cycle and my perpetual cycle. They're exactly the same. In South African rands, $35,000 is 667,000 rand. It's over R500,000 rand. Will that set you up for retirement? Will help you start a family, pay for your studies, go on that trip around the world you've wanted to do? Will it help you to build a clinic, buy a motor car, support a charity, or do all of the above? I think so. I think so. What I want you to look at is the bottom line. Maybe Elizabeth can put her cursor there. The bottom line. You know, we always say in a contract, look at a bottom line. We don't have contracts. This is not a business or company. But the bottom line in Gift of Legacy is that you can be on those 5 boards on the perpetual cycle, receiving gifts of $175, $700, $2,800, $11,200, $35,000 at different times. It's not going to happen in your first week or your first month. It all depends on how you invite people, and Beverly will explain it now. But it will happen. So if I just summarize the gifts, excluding coal and the new Ohana board, which we'll go through now, the potential gifts that you can receive in the first cycle through all 4 of those boards is $42,700. And on the perpetual cycle, $49,700. That's close on R1 million. R1 million. You know, we know that song. I want to be a millionaire. This is how you can do it. So now we have this beautiful new feature in our theme park. The coal board was the train. And then bronze, silver, gold, and platinum are the Ferris wheels you see behind Elizabeth there. They're the Ferris wheels because you ride them over and over and over. The coal train goes round and round the theme park. But now we got these little shuttles. They're like little golf carts driving around the theme park. They are 100% blended. Now, what does blended mean? It means what you do when you put fruit in your smoothie maker. You mix it all up. And that's what happens on the Ohana boards. We're all mixed up. We're not following our lineage 2 by 2 by 2. Your invitees are not next to you on the boards. We are mixed up. People from Panama and Spain and South Africa and from the Czech Republic and from France and Russia and all those countries across the world. We are all on the same boards. Why was Ohana created? Ohana was created to keep Gift of Legacy going. The system that supports 1.3 million people across the world does not happen for free. Well, it happens for free for me and you because we don't pay a participation fee. But there is a non-profit organization which is overseen by the custodians, the people who oversee the Gift of Legacy system. And GGM, the Gracious Givers Movement, pays for the maintenance, the upkeep, the daily running of the Gift of Legacy system, all the emails that need to be sent, the servers, all the IT development, our developer who created this amazing board. There are fees that need to be paid. GGM also have a heart for helping people, but they cannot help when there is no surplus of funds in their wallets. And I mean wallets as in their crypto wallets. We don't have they have an account, yes, they keep their money, but it's not a GL account. This is GGM, a non-profit organization. So they created as custodians a board where we could participate. Every gifter number 1 position is a confirmed Ohana position. Ohana, family, no one gets left behind. An integral principle of the Gift of Legacy system. That's why it's called Ohana. These Ohana positions are in Gifter and they are confirmed. They move into Builder, Guide, and Legend. And when they are Legend, the gifts they receive are sent to GGM to keep this system going. The system that allows you and me and Bev and Ike and Elizabeth to create our legacies so that we don't have to pay a fee. Because there's no paying, we send gifts. So to join Ohana, you join with a $50 unconditional gift to the legend on the board. Whoever the legend is, you gift them. There will be 7 gifts received by all legends, which is $350, and you keep $300. The Ohana boards don't need the Ohana principle because they embody the principle of Ohana, community. So these boards only split when there are 8 gifters. And when the legend has received all 8 gifts and the board moves, they automatically are joined onto the next Ohana board. All you've got to do is view. There's little bars that you click normally to peek and join a board. You don't have to do that. You're just going to click view, see who the legend is, and send them the $50 that you're holding back. And you keep riding it with people, beautiful people from across the world. If you are removed from an Ohana board, you can no longer ride Ohana with that profile. And you also cannot create any more Gift of Legacy profiles. Ohana was created to keep the system going that allows you and me to create our legacy. So support Ohana. This week is called Ohana Week. We are encouraging everybody who has a profile in Gift of Legacy to click on Ohana, click join. It's the only time you're ever going to click join there. Click join, gift the legend. If it's an Ohana legend, what a blessing. You are directly gifting towards keeping your legacy going. If it's someone else, what a blessing for them. Gift them. If you've joined all the Ohana profiles you can join, help someone else to do it. Help somebody else to do it because not everybody can. You will be blessing them and giving them the opportunity to receive $300, which they might really need, but you'll be keeping the system going. So what we've suggested, it started yesterday on the 1st of July at 11 minutes past 1 in the afternoon. Today, the 2nd of July, it was 22 minutes past 2 in the afternoon. Tomorrow, the 3rd of July, at 33 minutes past 3. On Thursday, the 4th, at 44 minutes past 4. If you're in America, please do it before you go to your celebrations. On the 5th, do it at 55 minutes past 5. Join an Ohana board. We're giving you the numbers to do it in your time zone, to make it something you remember. Remember that a gift on the Ohana board is a commitment to the GL system, to the GL community, and to yourself, because it's keeping your legacy going. Thanks, Elizabeth. Do you have an animation that you can share with us?
I do.
Let's see it.
I do. Let's see it. 1 second, please. Let me get it.
It's worth the wait.
Yeah, just 1 sec. There you go.
So if you consider yourself a trailblazer, stand up, be the front runner, Don't listen to what other people say. Listen to your heart. Follow your heart. Why did you join Gift of Legacy? Follow your heart. Do the right thing. Be the trailblazer and ensure your legacy by joining Ohana. So Bev is going to go through some guidelines because she does them so beautifully. Bev, over to you.
Well, thank you so very much, Adele. That animation from the first time I saw it has kept me totally alive. These are guidelines in Gift of Legacy. It is so simple, but join by sending an unconditional gift to the legend of the board. And then you invite two like-minded, like-hearted people to follow you and have fun with you on your journey. Of course, we have to encourage our two invitees to do the very same thing, 2 by 2 by 2. That is how it works, because this will ensure the movement of the boards. If we join the boards sequentially, $25, $100, $400, $1,600, and the famous $5,000 board, you join Ohana Board 2. It is essential to join the perpetual cycle of every board, and you will understand all of this once you start doing it. It is important that you understand that you cannot advance after first bronze without 2 confirmed invitees. There is where the magic really, really abounds. And the important thing about that is we have got in this guideline that we do not promote Gift of Legacy on social media. Never, never do that, because we want like-minded people. We must keep our community like-minded. Do not just fill up spaces. Remember, invite as you learn to invite others, 2 by 2 by 2, the guideline. Be the messenger, not the message. Invite people to watch the live or recorded presentation. That's how we all learn. And training, of course, is available. Check out the link tree and the YouTube channel. It is so much fun for me to sit down and watch over and over again these important information so that I can teach others. Thanks, Adele. Now, please note, it is important to understand that there are no guarantees. Please understand this. The guarantee belongs to you. The success or failure of any participant will depend on your willingness to participate and follow the guidelines of Gift of Legacy. It remains an individual participant's responsibility to ensure the compliance with the laws, the tax laws of your country. It is going to be wonderful when you start receiving gifts to put back. When you find yourself, a Gift of Legacy is not, wait a minute, Gift of Legacy is centralized with no third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. If you are joining Gift of Legacy via a third-party system, you do so at your own risk. Please try not to do it. Gift of Legacy is 100% peer-to-peer, and that's the part that I love more than anything else. And no funds ever get paid to a platform. Gifts are always given to Gift of Legacy participants and only gifted to the legend when landing on their board. I cannot and let people understand how wonderful this really, really feels, because it is a personal and individual feeling to be able to love gifting and receiving. We thank you so very much for being here today and for watching if you are not able to. Thank you for joining us. If you would like to know more, please contact the person who invited you to this presentation, and let us color your world when you get to that point, it becomes so much fun. Thanks, Adele.
Beautiful. Thank you, Bev. Well, somebody who enjoys Gift of Legacy just as much as you is our friend Ike. And Ike is going to speak a little bit now about his experience in Gift of Legacy and what it means to him and how it's colored his world. Ike?
Right. Thanks, Adele. Thanks, everyone, Elizabeth and Bev. I get emotional talking about Gift of Legacy. I've tried a number of platforms because I was hungry for success at an early age, more than 30 years ago. I retired about 10 years ago, and I retired with debt. I had to give up. And when I saw 2.5 years ago, I saw Gift of Legacy. It was like lights have just switched on. You are in so much debt, you have retired. There's no future for you. You just see debt written all over. You know that you're going to leave debt to your family. And when I saw Gift of Legacy, I settled. I could feel it within myself that here's a gift from heaven for me. On Gift of Legacy, we have 7 streams of income. It is mind-boggling. If you can grasp that and know what each one of them means, that for each one of the boards, you have perpetual money that it will be there when you are gone for the rest of your life and the generations to come. I have grasped that. I can see myself being able to pay off all my debts and actually leave a legacy for my kids. Over and above that, Gift of Legacy has given me friends that I never thought I would actually see. Just an hour ago, I was talking to Bev from Panama, and we're talking heart to heart about Gift of Legacy and what it has done for us. I have a friend in Glen in Canada, Jose in Spain, Adele, just not far from where I am. It has given me a family. So to anyone who's actually looking at GL for the first time, you are in good company. You are in good company. Come on board, join us. You will not regret. It has given me fulfillment. I'm settled and I'm going nowhere. So I just want to say thank you, Adele, for giving me the opportunity just to share my story. There was no hope for me. Gift of Legacy has given me an opportunity that before the end of this year, I'll be able to travel. Next year, I'll be able to go to the UK. I'll be able to go to Panama next year. What an opportunity. And that will be because of Gift of Legacy. Thank you, Adele. Thank you, everyone.
Where do you live?
Thank you. Thank you, Ike. Thank you, Ike, so much. And you know what? When you said you've settled, how many of us are unsettled in our lives? How many of us are looking or feeling empty? And that word settled, that's powerful, to be settled. How many of us can truly say we are settled? And then something else you said there, Ike, you said, I will pay off my debt and I will keep receiving gifts even after I've gone. Absolutely. That's a legacy. Mm-hmm. A legacy is when you leave something behind when you go. Mm-hmm. And it's called a gift of legacy. By sending and receiving gifts, like Elizabeth said, that is actually nobody else's business. I love that part. It's nobody else's business. So it's not illegal to send gifts, you are able to keep something going for the people left behind once you're gone. Wouldn't that give you a feeling of being settled? Wow, Ike, what a beautiful testimony. And maybe we should let your dear friend in Panama speak, because you guys have become very close friends.
Absolutely. Come there, Beth.
It is truly amazing what Gift of Legacy really does when you find it at the point where it is the right point for you. Adele, you're a wonderful, amazing child of God that I adore. Elizabeth, I love you with all my heart. And Ike, our friendship has gone one step further as we take hand in hand across the distance
Absolutely.
to share what we have found. Because if you do not share what you have found with Gift of Legacy, it is not going to be what will give you the joy that we have found. Adele does some wonderful posters, and it makes me cry because we're so far apart. Because I would love to be able to hug all of you and just say thank you for being a part of what I have found, because my heart has been filled with love for humanity. Thank you, Adele. I love each and every one of you.
Oh, you know, I've never met you, even though Ike lives about a 30-minute, maybe 45-minute drive from my home. I've never met these people. Never. We've met on a Zoom. It was a bit of a bleak blue Zoom, but now we found color thanks to Elizabeth, and we're going to keep it colorful. We only meet on these little boxes on our screens. But truly, we've become friends. We have an animation that you might have been sent before you joined the Zoom. And it says something magical happens in the Gift of Legacy community where strangers become friends, where we overcome obstacles and we learn to achieve our dreams together by simply sharing the gift of legacy. And that is what Gift of Legacy is all about. People reaching out of their comfort zones, doing things they never thought they could do. That animation with the emojis was out of a comfort zone where the person did not think that they could create that. There's something that person could not do 2 weeks ago because that person is me. I did not know I could create that animation, but I've been given tools and encouragement by the custodians, by people who've said, Adele, be creative. And I'm like, I can't do that. There's no can't in Gift of Legacy. You are not only learning about how to send, receive gifts. Your abundance is not just the monetary. I mean, that's why we're all here. But the abundance you receive in self-development and friendship, and that feeling that Ike has of being settled, that is what makes Gift of Legacy different to any others. Jose is one of our other presenters. He's in Madrid. He's from the Spanish community. Buenas tardes, Jose. Buenas noches.
Hello, hello. Muy buenas tardes. Nice
How
to
are
meet
you?
you. Nice to meet you again. I'm sorry about my outfit because,
You
as
painted
you
it.
know, I took 2 weeks off my work just to finish repainting my house. And this, well, look, the room I am now in is the
Beautiful.
last room. Yes, is the last room to be repainted. Is the room of my youngest child. So Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful working. It's beautiful listening. It's beautiful as well being engaged and being in contact with our community, with our group, the group of the English presenters. And as you told us, for most of us, it would be like a challenge just to go out in yes, or to be live in the calls, especially in English when we, especially me, I had not spoken English for more than 2 decades. So for me, it's just a kind of a challenge, and I accept it. And the English presenters and our community would count on me and my commitment for the community as well. Thank you for inviting me here, and thank you for being part of inviting me to be part in the English presenters of GL community.
Wow, thank you, Jose. What a beautiful example of coloring your world. What a beautiful
Yes.
color you are painting. You are
Look.
coloring the world. It's
Yes,
beautiful.
look, all this would be repainted and redecorated
Ah,
because my youngest child is today is 20 is so in August it would be 21. So
wow.
those
Feliz
pictures
cumple.
are for a decade or so.
Wow.
Okay, so we are definitely going to redecorate our the room as well. Okay, thank you.
That's beautiful. Wonderful. Enjoy coloring your world. That's
I like the
beautiful.
color.
I also like the color.
The color
It's
is very nice.
It's beautiful. So I think after that beautiful presentation, we are going to open up for questions. People can write questions in the chat. We are only going to take questions about the presentation, about Gift of Legacy, about the presentation. Nothing support, nothing technical. We're here to assist new people who've watched the presentation, the introduction tonight. So Elizabeth, if you can open the chat and maybe manage that. I see Velissa's in the house. Velissa is here, but she's busy working in the background. Just want to say hi. Thank you for everything you're doing. Velissa, do you want to say hi at all? She's smiling.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody this evening? Elizabeth, Beverly, Adele, you guys are so awesome. The presentation was so lovely. And I gotta say, I'm loving the Zoom background. Why did we have it just plain blue before? It's so pretty and it's got gifts and confetti and it's just wonderful. As usual, Ike, you touched my heart. Goodness gracious me. You've taken me back to like my mom wants to currently retire, and the more she works currently, the less her pension gets, and it's dropping by 6 digits per annum. It's not even funny. And she's reached the point now where she's actually gone into full-blown panic. And I'm like, Mom, you need to come visit me so we can sit down and I can teach you, because listen, you are never too old to learn. I mean, come on. So I cannot wait to sit her down and actually teach her Gift of Legacy so that she doesn't have to go into panic, because that's exactly how she's feeling, how Ike was feeling when he retired. So Ike, I'm just so grateful that you are part of our family. You've really become somebody that the community loves and respects and listens to, and you've just got this presence about you. And I just want to I thank God that you are in all of our lives. We are just so blessed to have you. And like you're saying, when you go to Panama next year, can I tag along? I'd love to tag along. I think Adele and I will probably meet you at the airport and be like, you are not leaving us behind. Yeah.
And stopping by Madrid. You come up to Madrid and then you go to Panama.
Yeah, you have to come to Mexico too, huh? So that's going to be quite the tour.
Yes.
Are you going to visit the Beverly to Panama?
I think we're going to have to just do I always say my dream is to do a GL-wide international tour.
Yeah.
Just to stop in each country and visit everybody all over the world. And You know, I always speak to Herky and Candace, and we were on a call on Friday night, and we were invited to Argentina. And I'm like, oh my goodness, maybe we really need to start planning these things and actually making them happen, because I actually believe that we're just this one big global family. And I'm just so grateful to each and every single one of you. And also, just on behalf of all of us, I just want to say thank you for the support, the Ohana Week, the initiative. Matika, Adele, you guys are phenomenal. The way you guys are rallying up the community. Beverly, Elizabeth, Jose, Ike, all of you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's just been such a pleasure. Just seeing everybody's excitement. And I think for me, it's just been the testimonies that have come out. And we're only on the 2nd of July. I mean, people are, you know, God always provides when you just need it. Not when you think you need it. It's when He knows that you actually now really need it. And I've been listening to people's testimonies of how I needed to pay my rent by the 5th, and my Ohana board got filled. I didn't have groceries. I didn't have electricity. I mean, people now in South Africa, electricity's gone up. I think it's almost 45% since January. So people haven't, you know, people are contacting me that I didn't have money to buy electricity. And they were able to do it because, and then they've got more than, I mean, this person said to me, I'm buying electricity for 3 months and I'm going to buy groceries. So you need to understand how much that $300 actually means to a lot of people in the world. So I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who are giving your unconditional gifts. And I say unconditional because you guys are giving it clearly from a good place, because they are going to the right people who need it at the right time. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. And everybody who's just with the amazing testimonies, a lot of them want to remain anonymous, and I know in my heart that eventually those are going to come out and actually break out and actually in song with the gifts that they are receiving. I mean, somebody else received their first gold gift. Let's not even talk about Ohana for a second. They've been in GL for 2.5 years. And now, today, they received their first gold gift, and they've been working tirelessly building their first gold gift. And I'm like, listen, you are on your way to that. Yeah, so I'm just so excited for everybody. And you know, we've got to celebrate each other, you know, because Ohana, even though it's lending, we're one big family celebrating each other. I was saying on a call earlier, we must just think of Ohana as one big party. We are having an international dance party on Ohana. I mean, look at the colors of the board and the festivity around it. So let's just support each other. And even when we go to people's boards, like a gold board that's not even somebody in our lineage, let's give it a cheerful heart. It's not about, I must only gift somebody in my lineage, or I must. No. Let's always give, because we don't know what that person is going through and why you were placed on that board. Maybe your inviter is not on gold yet, and you needed to join a gold board because you have received your silver gifts. And this person was so desperate for this gift, $1,600. Listen, in South Africa, it's a lot of money. And this country that this person's from as well is also a third world country. And it's a lot of money to them. So give from a cheerful heart. You don't know how much you are blessing so many people's lives. And I wasn't supposed to talk so much. I just wanted to say you guys are doing such an awesome job. And I thank you so, so much for all that you guys are doing. And I'll keep quiet now.
You know, Melissa, you've got so much energy and so much bubble. It's lovely to hear it. And it's because you see what we don't see. Ike, sy weet wat ons nie weet nie. And that's what's amazing. Melissa knows what we don't know, and she sees the bigger picture. She sees the bigger picture. And we need to see that bigger picture. GL is beautiful. It's not going anywhere. Ohana is functioning the way it should be. We just all need to participate. I see there are some questions in the chat, and Cabello has a very good question. She says, hi, why is it that you don't promote the program Gift of Legacy on social media? What is the reason for that? Well, Cabello, it's quite simple. Gift of Legacy is a gifting community. We are not a business or company, so we don't advertise. Gift of legacy, any gifting community is peer-to-peer, heart-to-heart. You need to have a personal connection with the person to invite them in. They need to be like-minded and like-hearted, like you. They've got to share the same vision for building a legacy with a community. They've got to be community-minded, not just like-minded. Because people who come in here with their own selfish intentions just don't fit in our community. We are community-minded people where we are helping each other. When people promote on social media, they promote incorrectly. They say the wrong things. They bring in crowds of people who are network marketers, who have MLM backgrounds, or are just here for the quick buck. Gift of legacy is not about any of that. This is about building a community of like-minded, community-minded, like-hearted people. And we know that the people who come in and use social media incorrectly present, not promote, present gift of legacy. We know there are YouTube channels. We know there are people who put out their own information. It's incorrect. If you want to know about gift of legacy, look on our YouTube channel. Speak to somebody you know. Join a Zoom call. Ask us the questions. We're the ones that know. We've been through the boards. We're going through the boards. We're committed. We're all volunteers here, even Melissa. We are all volunteers. We participate in gift of legacy because we have one dream of creating a legacy for our family and our descendants. And people who promote on social media just don't get it. Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. They don't know what we know. And they will never know because they haven't felt it in their heart. We feel it in our hearts. It is something so different to any. We're not selling things. We're not trading. We are sending gifts, but we're sending gifts because it helps someone else. Just like Melissa said, you don't know what your gift means to someone else. I've learned in Gift of Legacy that money is energy. It took me a long time to learn that. I'm medically minded and got British blood in me. So I'm very narrow-minded about some things. And I always used to believe, you must have a certain amount of money in your bank account. Well, COVID taught me something very different. And when I have nothing, when I say to you, I have no money, I mean I have no money in my bank account, and I'm not ashamed to say it anymore. But somehow, some way, beautiful angels, amazing friends and family have always been there for me. And it's not that I'm a taker or I'm sponging off people, but sometimes you need to accept help and support. And sometimes when you can, you're a giver. And it's just like Gift of Legacy. Sometimes you're a receiver, a legend, and sometimes you're a giver, a gifter. And you have to understand your journey with money. It's not easy to receive gifts. I'm terrible at doing that. When somebody wants to help me, I'm terrible. I will resist it even. But you know what? I've learned that as much as you give, you will receive. And all faiths, all belief systems are like that. What you give, you receive. The seeds you plant is what you will harvest. And that is what Gift of Legacy is about. It is not like anything else. It's a total mindset change. I also like what Candace often says. She says, money follows joy. And so from now on, I'm going to put my true name at the bottom of the Zoom. It's Adele Joy. So my middle name is Joy. So I'm now going to be putting Adele Joy at the bottom of Zooms. But no, seriously, we need to be able to have open conversations like this with ourselves, with our friends, with people. And that's what Gift of Legacy teaches you. These are the kinds of stories that we have to share because we've learned them. So that's why we don't share on social media. And if you do see people promoting, and they are contacting you, it's considered cross-recruiting. Let us know. We have ways and means of removing these kinds of people from our community. Yo, I've lost. There's a lot of questions. Help me, Elizabeth, please.
Yeah, there've been comments. So why is it you don't promote? Okay, so you just and then this is comments. And let me ask you, if we are, over 1 million, why are we only 40 in this world, in this meeting from all over the world? So I just answered. I said, great question and a wonderful opportunity to invite your lineage and invite those people.
I've got a friend on the Zoom that I invited. I think there's a few more. So where are yours? You got 2 hands, bring 2 friends. Invite people to the Zoom. Did you share the invite link? Did you share the invite link? Did you send a voice note to people today and say, I'd love to see you on the Zoom? I did. And 2 people for sure told me they'd be here, and I can see one of them. And I think someone else is here because not everyone has put their names. But did you do it? Be the change you want to see. If you want more people on the Zoom calls, please invite them. We're here ready to present.
Yeah, and even if they don't speak English, or you think they don't speak English, some people really understand. And I always think it's so great to be, because this is firsthand information. The information you receive in the English speaking presentations and the official presentations, this is firsthand. So let them come. And if they don't understand, maybe you can translate for them. And here I'd like to share that on our team, this is nice, Daniela. She says we're promoting to do our vision boards of what we want to do with our gifts, so that we are clear on our why, to be reminded when we feel low. That's great. Yeah.
Maybe Daniela would like to
share. Yeah, you answered, Valesa. Yeah.
Daniela, would you like to tell us about your vision boards?
Hello. Yes, we have a Zoom of our team, and we are actually trying to do this in order to encourage everyone to be clear on our objectives here in Gift of Legacy. Each one is very different, and we are trying to post them in front of our computer or our place of work so that we can have them near and remember all the time why we're here, why we're doing this, and to invite whenever maybe you're doing something and a name comes to mind, write it down and invite immediately, so that we can all be in this beautiful, beautiful activity, this beautiful community, and sharing all the time. So that's what we're trying to. It's not an innovation, but it's something that we can. It's practical. It's a practical thing. It doesn't have to be too big, but it keeps you focused. So that's what we're trying to do. If anyone wants to do it, maybe we can share.
Even if you have a joint goal with somebody. I have a friend in Gift of Legacy, and we have this thing that when we receive on Platinum, there's something that we're going to be doing special between the 2 of us. And, that's just something that we talk about. It keeps us motivated. And when we need to encourage each other, one of us will mention it to the other one. And it's just something personal between the 2 of us, but it's something we're going to do. And we know we're going to do it when we don't know, but it's something we talk about all the time. Maybe do that as well for someone in your team. Capello, I assume that this is your first meeting, and I love your questions. You said, do I recruit the 2 people on a once-off basis? Well, we don't recruit. We're inviting, and we're sharing heart to heart. Recruiting has such a negative connotation. It's MLM. So we use the term inviting. And yes, when you join, you invite people, but you don't have to do it immediately when you join. You need to find.
South Africa do secret.
Sure. Okay. So we invite people. When you talk to them, you speak to them, and you let them know about Gift of Legacy. You send them the short animation. You bring them to a Zoom call and let them understand. And when they are ready, they will join. Recruiting is something very different. It's about, showing people the numbers and they must join because you've got a deadline. There's no deadlines here. We are joining a journey with somebody. And it might take people time to join, but you invite 2 people. You've always got to have 2 confirmed invitees. You can go through the coal board and the bronze board without 2 invitees because those are 2 starter boards. So it's kind of like, those are the small rides in the theme park. You're getting the vibe. You're finding out how things happen and what to do. But after bronze, you have to have 2 invitees to continue on your perpetual cycles and to go onto the higher boards. So even if you join on coal, you don't get 2 invitees. You get to legend. Guess what? I sound like one of my friends. Guess what? When you get to legend, you are going to receive your 8 gifts on coal. You're going to go on to bronze. And you're going to get to legend in bronze. And you don't have 2 invitees. Guess what? You're going to get your 8 gifts, $800. Without 2 invitees. But thereafter, there's going to be a little bit of a roadblock saying, hold on, you need to participate in the community. You need to invite your 2 people. So everybody who gifts in will receive gifts in return. But there comes a point, the end of the bronze board, where you need your 2 invitees to go further. And that simple fact is what, when the custodians went and presented to the FSCA in South Africa, and they presented the whole gift of legacy, and they said, hold on, so you're telling me people gift and they'll get to legend and they'll receive? Yes. Okay, at that point we didn't have coal. Yes. They said, well, you're not a pyramid or a Ponzi, because everybody who gifts will receive. There's no timeline or guarantees, but you will receive. But then you need to participate and follow guidelines to continue. So everybody will receive back once they have gifted. And those who participate and get it and understand it will see the value of continuing. And if somebody receives their 8 gifts and they leave and they exercise their right of the 2 feet or whatever it is to leave, let them leave.
Yeah.
They will leave.
Yeah, I'd love to share a story, and sorry to interrupt, but I just,
No, go
you
for
were
it.
talking and I just remembered this story, very recent, and I'm like so happy because I shared a part of it last week. But I
Yeah.
have one of my invitees. She joined because she said, okay, I trust you. But I really don't believe in this. I think this is, I don't believe in this. And I said, well, okay. I mean, but you will. I know you will. You'll understand this. And I had total faith that she would understand. So about 3 weeks ago, she became legend in bronze. And so it's, I think, a week already, almost 6 days or 7 days ago, she received her first gift. And then she said, oh, so something just clicked in her mind. It's a click, something clicked. And she said, oh, okay. But she didn't have her 2 invitees. She didn't have her 2 invitees. She got to legend because all of the board moved up. And then she got her 2 invitees in a matter of 1 day. 1 day. Yeah. And then she got her gifts. She's in silver now.
Wow.
She's in the silver board with me, and I'm so happy. And she's about to be, start her perpetual cycle. So I'm like, oh my God, isn't this like so amazing? This is the perfect example of what can happen, because it just gets to a point where you can see it. It's a click in your mind. Of course, if this would have clicked in December, it may have been faster. The trip may have been faster, but it is what it is. And that's when I say you can't, you can't just push people. People will understand. And this is not a matter of doing it quickly. It's a matter of really doing it with like-minded people, and like-hearted people, because they will get it. And I think that's the beauty, one of the most beautiful, experiences for me. I was so happy. Like I was like 4 days, like jumping, because I got another gift and I got another gift and this is happening and this. And so I invited this one, and I'm like, oh my God. So, and I'm in, and I'm, oh God, it was so exciting. So I
It's
just
one of
wanted to
those I
share that.
told you so moments. I told you so.
Yeah,
Why didn't you listen?
I was about to say that, but didn't want to push it.
Oh, sweet, sweet. That's such a beautiful story. And Melissa put a note. She said, don't limit yourself to 2 people. Invite 2
Yeah,
people or more. You see, if you only have 2
yeah,
people and one of them for some reason does not continue, maybe quits, then you can't continue your journey, because you always need 2 confirmed invitees. And when you get it, when you understand, you will tell everyone. No one's safe around me. No one's safe. I tell everyone. I tell everyone. So yeah, just keep inviting, keep joining Zooms. Different people speak and different people's stories will touch different people. That's what's important. I see a question from
Yeah.
Lele from
Can I
Mozambique.
answer that question,
Yeah, I was going to
Adele?
ask you, Melissa. I was going to ask you too.
Yeah, so greetings, my fellow African from Mozambique, Lele. Nice to meet you. I haven't seen you on the call, so I'd love to see your pretty face. But nevertheless, thank you for your question. Yes, there are currently, when you're trying to register a new profile in Gift of Legacy as of the last couple of hours, where you put in the telephone field, it's currently grayed out, but we are trying to fix this. And as soon as it's fixed, we will let you know. But yes, we are aware of it, and we are busy sorting that out. So yeah, it won't be very much longer. And on that note, can I just make a comment? We've got a lot of users in our program who do not have correct contact numbers. So I need you guys to realize the importance of having the right contact number. Imagine in this world, you are now in receiving on gold, right? Or even platinum for that matter, and somebody cannot get a hold of you. Email is wonderful tool of emailing somebody, but email is almost becoming like writing a letter to somebody, because a lot of people don't check their personal emails. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas you can actually WhatsApp somebody, I messenger them, Telegram them, and it's instant and they see it on their device immediately. However, if you do not have the correct number, if you've just got +27 and you don't have the rest of your digits, or you've got the incorrect contact number, your gifters cannot contact you. So please, please, please ensure that you've got the correct contact number. And going forward, I need you guys to understand, in order to participate in Gift of Legacy, you need to have a valid contact number. There are too many people participating with invalid contact numbers. They're either not on WhatsApp, Telegram. They're not, listen, even if you call them, their number does not exist. So please, 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 imagine, guys, we're in a gifting community. We want to gift you. I mean, I was so desperate to gift somebody last month. I was like, I'm not giving up on this person. Eventually, I got hold of her, invite her. I emailed her, invite her, and I'm like, listen, I'm on this $100 board and I really want to give this person. Where are they? I've tried, and it's been 3 days and they haven't gotten back to me. And then eventually she phoned me. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, what is your contact number? Let's change it now. Let's get you on board, because you've got 3 other people after me who want to gift you. And like Elizabeth said, this person had not received gifts in Gift of Legacy, and the light bulb just went off. It just went off that, oh my goodness, this works. Of course it works. It absolutely works. But with everything that works, you've just got to put some effort into it and invite like-hearted, like-minded people. And yes, sometimes it doesn't land, but because they trust you and they give you their sacred yes and they join Gift of Legacy, when they start receiving, something happens, like Adele says, with that energy exchange of gifts. So yeah, don't stop inviting. Is there anything can be done with the phishing logging? No, you've got to click ignore and accept. So if you guys were on the call last week, Hercules actually mentioned that we've got some, what was the word he used, Adele? There was
Bad
a word
apples.
he
Boycotters.
Yeah,
Bad
bad apples that have reported
Bad
us. So we had to contact how do I say, we had to contact Cloudflare to ensure that our website is still in good standing and everything was fine. So everything has been done. So in order for you to continue participating, you just need to click continue and ignore. Go to giftoflegacy.com and then you'll be able to get global.com, sorry, and then you'll be able to log into the profile. So there's nothing wrong
And
there.
please
The phishing
refresh your
warning,
page.
yeah, you just need to clear your cache and all of that, and it goes away. They've removed it. It's been removed now for about just over a week. Please help us with
It's still
contact number
popping up.
problems.
It's still popping up, but it's just
Okay.
a matter of
Melissa,
just ignoring
I
it.
need to put a message on Telegram. I'll do that now. The reason it hasn't been on Telegram is I've been on Zoom calls. So I need to put a message out to the community. Can I just go back up to Eric's question? And then I think we need to end the Zoom because I need to get information out. Adele, can you please explain what happened when some people won't guideline a half of gifts on next boards? What can we do with a situation like this? Eric, I'm not really sure what you mean, but I have a feeling that you're saying that people are not keeping their gifts to go forward onto next boards. Speak to the people, talk to them. If they're not listening, speak to the inviter. That's why the inviter's contact details are there. And if you really are stuck, contact support and they will assist you. But peer-to-peer gifting, peer-to-peer sorting out problems too. Try and sort out the problems peer-to-peer. That's always the best way to do it. Right, I think we're going to stop there. We've got one more short, and Melissa.
Sorry, I just need to also put this out there. Gina asked, please help us with contact numbers. I'm not too sure what kind of help you want, but if you need to change your contact number, you can just send an email from your email address that your profile is registered under to support, Gift of Legacy support, and ask them to please change your contact number from this to this, and your contact number will be changed. So that can be done. And then Adele, good night, and thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Remember, tomorrow's the 3rd of July, 33 minutes past 3. It's your turn to join Ohana. I'll help someone to do it. And we got one little animation to show you. Enjoy. And join us on Thursday evening for another exciting episode.
Here we go.
So thanks, everybody. That's how I see Ohana. It's the party on the boards that Melissa was talking about. Look out for more animations. Look out for links for trainings. Join us. Invite your friends. Elizabeth, Ike, Beverly, it's been a pleasure and an honor to be with you. Melissa, thank you so much for joining us. Jose, thanks for painting while you're presenting with us. To everyone who joined us, thank you, everybody. Good night, God bless, and goodbye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good night.